And we are back with more Elden Ring. Last time we left off, we defeated Mohg, this time his Lord of Blood persona form. The true Mohg versus the fake Mohg, but yes, that gained us access to the DLC. We dipped into that briefly, but right now our biggest priority is in the main game. We have quite a few things that are blocked off by needing to defeat Morgott the Gracegiven, who is kind of roughly our next target here. So we should probably go deal with him. Although before doing that, because his quote-unquote dungeon would be the capital itself, I do think that we should try and explore as much of the capital as we can.
Well, I took you no matter, it's all to say out your arms.
Alright, first double checking, make sure none of my stuff can be upgraded. Yes, I could upgrade the War Spirit of Max. I go back and forth on that. It's like, we've gotten a lot of use out of it, but, like, at the end of the day, it's just a spear, and we already have one other one of those. Oh, I guess technically it counts as a great spear, not a regular spear. But still. Actually gains a better guard boost from being upgraded. But yeah, I think once we get another Somber Ancient Dragonsmithing Stone, then we'll do it. But right now with us having only one, I'd rather not risk it. And I think we've upgraded all usable stuff here. We could push the rats further, but they still have to prove themselves a bit more. Could put Kindred of Rot even further, which I think they've earned that. Kindred has seen us through quite a few things. And you know what, we'll do that again. Alright, cool. So yeah, the Great Grave Gloveworts, that'd be the max level if we wanted to go that far. Also feels like Black Knife gets quite a bit of use. I mean, I guess these are all the currently equipped ashes, so it does kind of make sense. Oh yeah, all the equipped ones that aren't max, because obviously we had the Mimic equipped, but not showing up here. Alright, you know what, Black Knife? To give you a bit more survivability here. Then we'll do it again. Alright, cool. Alright, so let's go ahead. Back over here to the capital. Though, before we explore the above capital part a bit more, there was... boy, which one was it? We need to get back to where... yes, I think basically we go to the underground roadside. Back to where... Dung Eater. There we go. Where his actual body is, where we... assumedly where we freed him from. And yeah, so we need to kill him since we beat his red shadow version. And then he said that we're the Dung Eater. And so we, as him, need to kill him and do what the Dung Eater does, which will give us a rune that, at this point, I'm kind of guessing that those runes are maybe different endings or whatnot. Because we have the undead one, and we have the one from Ronnie. And both of them are like, when you ascend, do this thing, and boom, this will be reality now. So I'm assuming that basically we do this, it will be Dung Eater's reality, if we want to side with making a lot more omens, it seems. Almost went right into that. There we go. Of course, it brought his friend over. There we go. Alright, don't gotta deal with those two. In theory, I could have just ran for the sewer grate, but I figured just in case. Though, yeah, I think actually I will run past the rats and the plant, since not a lot of fun having to deal with these guys. I think I'm safe? Yeah, here we go, okay. Yes, we had to deal with the hands, though. Oh, the hands are gone. Alright. Is it gonna try and fight us, or it's gonna accept this fate?
A curse upon them all. They'll be born cursed, all of them, along with their children. And their children's children. For all time to come.
Use the seedbed curse. Here you go.
Curse you, Golden Order. One day, you'll get what's coming.
Alright. So, he's probably ready for his death. Which I think this is the next step we have to do. Omen helm, armor, gauntlets, and greaves. Wasn't a rune supposed to drop? Or do we need to come back? Maybe we need to come back. Alright, Omen Helm. Malformed helm, resembling an omen with its horns cut off. Worn by the Dung Eater, its form is a vision of the landscape of his mind and of his appearance as he wished to see it. The heart of an omen without the body to match? Could there be any crueler existence? What does it matter, then, if the curse claims it all? Malformed armor, resembling an omen with its horns cut off, worn by the Dung Eater. The heavy sun-shaped medallion represents both the guidance he once saw and the ring to which it will one day lead. Malformed gauntlets, resembling an omen with its horns cut off, worn by the Dung Eater. Their form is a vision of the landscape of his mind. Okay, so... Alright, repeat dialogue on the other ones. Boy, I really hope it wasn't supposed to be like, infect him with the curse, leave, come back, then kill him. I think I did it right. Though maybe I should have gone back to the round table. You know what? Let's go back to the round table and see maybe like where his shadow was here. There'll be something. Boy, in hindsight, I really probably should have done this at the end of the previous recording to make sure I remembered how to do it correctly, but alright. That's just a broken chandelier. I'm a bit curious. I mean, did I accidentally kill him? And if so, could I seek forgiveness and have him be resurrected to properly die? Hello, Turtle Pope. You're alive, right?
Greetings.
Okay. Still alive, has nothing to teach us. Cool. We don't need absolution. Excellent. I mean, to a degree. Maybe we just can't seek absolution after someone is dead. I do wonder, it's like, I guess this time we can just run past the omens. Kind of curious what his, like, full connection to them is, but... ignore that. Alright, here we go. I should maybe turn on the lantern to actually see a bit better. Alright, tiny bit of poison. This one's gonna do the Starfall. I think Starfall, because it reminds me of the old Priestess of the Moon ability from Warcraft 3. Going to assume that the hands are still dead. Yep. Still no sign of a corpse, or not a corpse, like a thing taking root. Yeah, I do really wonder if I was supposed to maybe have the curse seed bed kill him naturally. Ah well. Alright. So, next spot, we're gonna check the sewers out, but not the deep sewers. Because there is some sewer stuff, like, right around here, that I'm curious, like, what we can find. Yeah, the Omen Killer respawns, but as long as he doesn't see us, it's all good. I wonder, can I... I can't quite reach. Oh, I guess that works. Alright, Somber Smithing Stone 4. Alright, fingers, rats. Alright, cool. Those guys aren't chasing. Yeah, I think... Well, actually, we should be able to make these shots, right? There we go. Alright, what's on this body here? We'll eventually double back to find out what's on the other body. Yeah, I guess keep the pike out. Alright, Somber Smithing Stone 4. Cool. Alright, Somber Smithing Stone 4 again. Keys to make sure we're not going to get ambushed by anything else here. Is that... No, okay. I thought I saw a ladder in the gloom. Alright, Lost Ashes of War. Okay, so that's just water falling down. Although... Wonder if any secrets on the way back? I do wonder if the passage up above it's falling down from. Because I don't think we've been up there. Maybe. We have explored quite a bit of the sewers, but I'm not quite certain what is where. It's very easy to get lost in sewer levels. Okay. That's up above. Cool. there's anything else immediately around here. Okay, some string. Should probably be doing shackle checks. Though, don't know if there would be any more secrets, because I mean, we've come across the biggest one, which was the Three Fingers. Oh, these guys. Glad I didn't fall for them not being totally alive. Alright, what do we have down here? Okay, that's the other side of... I'm assuming one of the paths I already took. Which is a pretty safe bet, but I don't quite fully recall. Ah, okay, we're on the other side of this big guy. Alright. Okay, we've already looted that down there. I do recall there being a giant rat room, not through there, but down this way. Alright, Gold Ruin, Hefty Beast Bone, Gold Ruin 8. I do wonder if any of the guys from above are going to drop down. Alright, the Guilty Hood. Coarse hood cloak of olive brown, the garb of those accursed of lesser crimes, indicated by the collar of sharpened branches. Neat looking. Well, I could have sworn there was a lot of rats around here before. Trying to recall if there was any other semi-sewer things that we saw, but I don't believe so. I do remember there's a knight in here. Yep. But I think the other path only went back around to... I guess it would have been the Avenue balcony. Okay, and that's how we would have gotten in normally. So let's go back to where Bach is, because we actually haven't entered the capital from the proper direction. We kind of snuck in through other avenues and then looted all we could. Alright. Hey, Bach.
Bach the seamster, I'm ready to make...
Yep.
Oh,
No dialogue. So we had the Erdtree dialogue earlier, so he does have seemingly a plot line. What do we have here? Yep, I assume it doesn't open from this end. I do like the proper view of the capital, though. And yeah, we have a lot of the basic street stuff to still check out. I'm quite glad I did not run off the cliff and... Whoop, fall to my death. There we go. Probably take care of these guys down here. The sudden shadow being cast. Are these guys not the hardest folk? All right, strip of white flesh. We'll use our pike to take care of the gargoyle from afar. At least I think these guys are like gargoyles. Like the gargoyles have like decayed, it looks like. We could jump down, but let's see if these two things don't connect. Alright, gold rune 7. Bit curious if I can't sneak up on the page. I was a bit concerned there might be another page hiding, but thankfully there wasn't. Alright, seeing nothing else around here. Though yet again, like I said back in Demon Souls, a lot of these games give me some very strong Lost Kingdoms on the GameCube vibe. Albeit with a massive jump in graphical quality, but... Oh, Lost Kingdoms, that was a good game. Both 1 and... Well, I played more of 1 than I played of 2. But I remember 2 being fun enough. Okay, elevator going down. But let's first go through here. I keep hoping that one of them drops, like, a trumpet weapon or something. Or at the very least a spell, maybe. And so far, no luck. Yeah. Let's not fight him in a close corridor like this. There we go. Now that I actually have the room to use my spear. I'm hoping this path leads back to the beginning and to the door opens in the other direction area. But, alright, this guy looks like he would have had a treasure, but it doesn't. So I believe, if I am remembering this correctly, this is the area I've already come from. Oh. Or not. Didn't realize they just wrap around all the same. Yeah, but we know that that way... Yep, that leads basically to the grace-given door that was blocked before. So I wonder if maybe I didn't loot this area? Or maybe I did? I don't recall coming this way previously. I mean, the big thing is we came in previously through... Yeah, the Lindell Catacombs. I think. We came in basically, like, there was that warp point that leads to the Prince of Death. Like, that was the initial area that we entered the capital in from. I'm gonna send that back up to double check for any secrets. Yeah, because it could just drop down, which is a bit tempting. Do you want to start anything? Any of you guys? Like, half the guys wasn't... I think these guys are actually dead, but those two aren't. There we go. Perfumer hood, putting cave moss, Miranda powder. I'm getting better at remembering / using the charge attack with the spear. Huh. I hear something being played, but I don't know if it's a regular trumpet, because it sounds more refined. Bust out the telescope here. Ah, it's a page playing the flute. As long as those guys don't start stuff, we can live a peaceful coexistence. Normally I would try to talk to him, but given the targeting reticle and whatnot... Smithing Stone 6. Huh. I was really hoping it would be some sort of instrumental-related thing. Hey man, if I use a Spot of Grace and he doesn't respawn, I'll be very intrigued if I miss something. Okay. I thought I had my lantern maybe turned off since things seemed a bit dark, but nope, got even darker once I turned it off. Another page. I'm kind of curious, are they gonna bust through here? Nope, okay. So I'll need to bust through there. Okay, perfumer or page? Wait a minute. There we go. Bit sad I couldn't sneak up there. Hi, page clothes. Okay, so there's like 2 different variety of pages. Clothes of a page selected for special privileges by the noble they serve. Traveling wear tailored with exquisite precision. Oh, traveling wear tailored with exquisite precision to avoid any undue shame for the page's master. Took me a bit to fully kind of whoop. I thought this was the one that did come out, but nope. Alright, Altus Bloom, Gold Rune 10. Warming Stone. It's like a little bar back here. Or a store. Dang it. Alright, gonna top off. That's just in case. Uh-oh. There we go. The fists are faster than the lance. Alright. Okay, so this disconnects back over here. Yep. Okay, still staring down. Alright, 10 Miranda powder. Break all the fancy furniture. Yep, alright, so Miranda powder is something new, which figured was the case, but double checked since it did have a bigger pickup icon. Oh. Don't give me away, good sir. There we go. It's like I'd rather try to bum rush that guy than and leave the other dude alive than have the risk fighting a small fry with the big dude trying to kill me. Alright, that's a lot of Miquella's lilies. And yet another one of those doors that's like sapped up. Still very curious with the overall story of like what happened to the capital. I mean, I assume that the answer is the shattering. But I do wonder if that's like really all that's to it. Like I see another knight here. There we go. Alright, what do we have in this little back alley? Seems safe enough. Alright, fan daggers times 8. A bit surprised still that the fan daggers themselves just aren't like a weapon with maybe like some sort of like fan throwing skill. But I guess they do try to usually explain like why an object would just magically return. Like that's kind of why like Spectral Lance is so cool, because it's, like I mentioned before, reminds me of the old Legend of Zelda kids book I had when I was really young. During the NES era, where it's like all about Link trying to foil the moblin who has a spear that will keep teleporting back to him. And I remember it's like he attached a bomb to the spear, and so when the spear teleported back, the bomb came with, and then basically then the moblin blew up. I think that was essentially the story. Alright, Old Fang. It's always hard to tell which doors are going to actually open and which won't. Although, Shackle? No. It's like all these back alleys I want to make sure that there's no hidden treasure in. I am a bit sad that in the search for the Three Fingers down below, we didn't get any additional frenzy things. No new spell, no new weapon. I really thought we would get at least something, but given that the door to the Three Fingers themselves is seemingly blocked by Morgott the Gracegiven, that will probably occur after we beat Morgott. Hello? Go. Lord's Rune. Alright, 50,000 runes. Not bad. Yeah, it looks like we've already gotten one before, so older object. There we are. A little bit of parkour. Holy grease. Now, was this transport carriage transporting anything? Okay, that's the front. So if there's a chest, it should be... oh. I guess it's slightly different than the transport ones we see out on the road. Because I remember the chest is like a bit more like inside an inlay, rather than kind of being right there. Okay. So... I believe I've already been here before, because we took this door, but I think we kind of jumped down from the rooftops to get over here. Yeah, because this leads basically to the outside. I heard him, did not realize he was practically behind me, but... And 3 fingers. There we go. Oh. Uh-oh. Although... There we go. Oh, yep. I got a bit greedy with my madness. Alright, gonna have to be a bit more careful here. Alright, Lendell soldier agrees. Looks like this is a regular soldier. The horn should guarantee that all the soldiers kind of came to us there. Imp head corpse. Oh. Head covering made from the largely unaltered head of an impish golem. Resembling the visage of a corpse, it holds trace amounts of lingering faith. Interesting. Okay, where all these guys kind of came out of the woodwork. Anything special? Any other treasure? Alright, Arteria leaf. Okay, and it just connects back over. Well, let's check every nook and cranny. In hindsight, so the dudes totally had a way to get to me. They could have just gone that way and then gone up. Oh, and I destroyed the actual thing. I think. Actually, wait. It goes a bit further. Yeah, it was one down. Okay, it would have been a lot longer to get around to me. That they probably would have broke their own pathing. Okay, nothing back there. Yep, can't summon Torrent, since, as I kind of figured, this entire place probably counts as a dungeon. I'm a bit curious about the light. That's definitely kind of some design language for, hey, look over here. Alright, elevator going down. And it's going down to where we came from before, but... double check to see if we can recognize where this is connecting to. And then, as always, check under the elevator. And not seeing anything. Kind of stick to the roofs to make sure we don't go into an ambush. But okay, obviously new stuff. Although... yeah, we've been over there before, because that was where we fought the giant worm, and there's like the little sewer trench. So I guess when we were here before, we just kind of ran to that one door and opened it. Alright, should be safe enough to jump on down. Oop. In hindsight, a bit shocking we haven't gotten any flask replenishment yet. Alright, go to room 9. Ah, okay, they're just coming out of the ground. Smithing stone 4. Gravelstone. I definitely hear a faster moving. Oh. Figured. Given how much damage it did, best to top off as a just in case. human bone shard. And not seeing anything else over here. Oh, here we go. Then... Alright, stone sword key. I do love me my stone sword keys. But I think we're actually probably pretty good with how many we have of those. Okay. And yeah, that over there would connect back around to... Yeah, the Avenue balcony. Avenue balcony. There. Surprised I can squeeze back here, but alright, no secrets. Pardon me, it's very tempted to go for the spot of grace, but I feel like I'm getting a bit far away from some of the stuff I was looking at. And I don't want to respawn a lot of dudes if I can help it. Though, emphasis on if I can help it, given we have no healing. Although, we have Blessing of the Archery, so worst comes to worst, mana can now be health. Even though Blessing of the Archery is a heal over time. And obviously a bit more of a longer cast animation. I can't tell. The reason I'm a bit concerned is that he's dressed in the same way that one Crucible Knight we fought was dressed. So I was gonna think I should preemptively Blessing of the Archery. So if we start getting our butt kicked immediately and have to run for it, we can actually do so while gaining some health. Yeah, it's a Crucible Knight. Thought I had the distance. I did not have the distance. Now the question is, where is it going to put us? But I think actually the closest... Alright, yeah, so back here. What we're going to do is we're going to go back to the Avenue balcony. I figured the giant tree guy's probably still dead. Okay, so we can take this way to get back up to the road. Yeah. Lantern at the ready. I'm always so sad, can't just, can't backstab Crucible Knights. Though I guess, actually, if that is a Crucible Knight, then that means that the thing he's guarding is probably some sort of dragon-related spell. Or, you know, weapon or whatever. Alright, we're gonna use a bit of the old range advantage here. He's thankfully weaker than the other one of this type we fought before. Whoa, that was not long. Ouch. Whew. That's our first time actually seeing that move come off, even though we have it. I don't remember having that long of a travel charge, though. Like, I remember it being a bit shorter. Oh, actually, what I should do, since he has his back turned initially, I should just basically breathe Scarlet Rot all over him. He might take some damage, though, from him charging us, but that should be fine. Kinda worth it for the damage that Scarlet Breath... what's it called? Rotten Breath? Like, how much damage it does in addition to inflicting Scarlet Rot. Where are the runes? Here we go. You like dragons so much? How about them dragons? As I then try to change my spell. Man, the range on that thing. Whoa, okay, that goes right through things, alright. Oh. Uh-oh. It's like, where does he think it's going? I mean, he did that to himself for the most part there. But he didn't drop anything, but he's obviously guarding something. Guarding two things. Hero's Rune 5. Okay, 35. I was thinking it was a Lord's Rune. Like, I was thinking if that's 50,000, then a 5. But no, okay. So this is basically Hero's Rune. Not as good. But I mean, it's still very good. Alright, Golden Rune 9. Just half expecting to get suddenly slammed by another Crucible Knight. Okay, that's going up. And that just appears to be death down below. Making sure it's still death since the elevator seemingly reached the very top. I'm wondering if this is going to connect back to that door we saw that was open the other way. Alright, pop back up. Lantern on, because can't see anything. Here we are. Cool. Like I thought. Alright, let's get back to the avenue that we fought the giant Guardian of the Erd Tree around. That's the thing. Yeah, a bit surprised that no Crucible goodies from that guy, but he was one of the weaker Crucible Knights that we fought. I mean, he had access to more spells, but that was also a bit of his downfall, given how he utilized them. Ah, okay, so... Alright, so the giant Erd Tree Guardian was just guarding the path to the... You know, that, as I was calling it before, the square table hold, given that the round table hold, basically, it's like a weird duplicate of it. Oh, but there's a knight guarding the other side of it. Oh. Well, no, not too bad. Alright, well, first, draw these guys. Wait for him to get up so that way he has a bit of a higher body target for actually hitting. Gold rune 8. Gold rune 12. Oh. Fair. Yep, that was way too early on my part. Needed some stamina back. There we go. Just had to box him to death as usual. Alright, lightning dried liver, or lightning proof dried liver. And yep, can't open the door. Okay. Interesting how the main avenue kind of leads out of the capital and to the round table, but like to get up above is actually through different means. Alright, is anyone else coming this way? There it is. I'm like, I hear someone. Excellent. Yeah, give up. Alright, Lord Soren Bolt. I wonder how much of a trap this is to rush this guy. Go. Ah, one of the perfumers. I wonder if this is that area down below that we saw with the water running. Yeah. Feel like should probably have a shield at the ready. Ooh, now think about it. You know what? Gonna try doing, because it's very cheap, the bestial vitality. Let's see how long-term effective it is at getting our health back up. I need to get better at that, like when I'm injured slightly moving forward. Kind of do that rather than drink a whole other flask. Aha! Alright, so these things connect back around. I'm very curious if the spell will get us actually all the way back to full health before it goes away. Yeah, alright, so it seems like for the most part we've essentially done most of the lower parts of the capital here. We can start moving back upwards, which will also still wrap us around to where we've been before. What do we have here? Alright, gold rune 8. I just see all these little, like, archways, and it's like, yep, should double check. Hey, nice. Bestial Vitality actually got me back up to full. No, 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 you didn't see me. Alright, don't need the rest of the rabble here. And Bestial Vitality is still doing work. I guess... Nope, nope, it's still working. I wonder if it can stack with, Alright. There we go. Alright, great arrow. Okay, so it's finally going away, but we can reactivate it. Ugh, so adjusting my posture here a bit. Here we go. Bigger shield at the ready in case anything comes flying at us. Up another bigger knight. I'm a bit curious how far he's going to come. At some point he's going to turn around. There we go. I don't want to ambush him, like, right as he's at the end of the patrol. There we go. Golden Rune 13. Brabblestone. Ooh, okay. Now, obviously we get there via this giant lightning arrow? Yet again, I'm wondering about the contextual storytelling here. Alright, Tarnished Golden Sunflower, which I think we've already had those. Oh yeah, we have 70. Yep, we've definitely picked up those before. What do we have over here? Whoop! Nope, 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 nope. Not a fan of fighting those guys. Though in theory... Yeah. Ooh, actually. Where are my I-beams at? And is there some place where we could have the high ground? It's like, fall back down. I like how he's literally pushing his master further here. Definitely need mana back. Like, was that my jingling, or was that an enemy jingling? Dang it, I was trying to see if there was maybe a way to cancel the spell, but not really, sadly. Yep, always fall for that. Uh-oh. The smart thing to do of slowly walk to the side. Alright, Somber's the next down. 6 Beast Blood and Old Fang. Whew, that was definitely a jump scare, just like suddenly a giant lion. Where did his master go? There it is. Alright, what are you guys guarding? What is this thing that you're trying to dissuade me from getting? Alright, going to Rune 10. Heroes Rune 2. Alright, something to keep in mind in the Colosseum thing. Which we know how to get there, thankfully, so... But alright, that little jump scare aside, let's try to get that thing that's on top of the gazebo. And how we doing on time? Alright, still good on time. Like, I want to at least take down Morgott today. That's kind of the hope. Although there's the potential of, like, similar to the Dung Eater, where maybe I'll forget something important. I do really wonder if I did it correct, or whether I messed that entire thing up. And how to get over there? I mean, it might just be as simple as run and jump. Yep, alright. Oop, another stone sword key, nice. Alright, head this way. Now we know that the boss fight with... Boy, Godric, Godwin... Godfrey was up there. The first... Whoop. There we go. Alright, Knights dispatched. I'm trying to recall if we came across an alternate way into the boss fight from the boss fight previously. Alright, Lord Thorn Bolt and regular Bolt. I do enjoy how nice looking the capital is. That's it, it's like, you're gonna come over here, right? Give me that health back. Thank you. Alright, some bolts. Golden Room 8. Okay, who... Okay, so a page and a perfumer. And no one guarding their back. Oh no, that's not a perfumer. Alright, budding cave moss. And smithing stone 4. Didn't expect to be budding cave moss of all things. Okay, so he did come back. Alright. So the page basically was not potentially special that I could have talked to. That is comforting to know. Still wonder what's up with all the oozing sap, wax, whatever, leaking from the doors. Alright, so next down 4. Leather draped tabard. Couldn't quite reach. Okay, this goes pretty far, but we know that this interrupts it if we can actually land the hit. Yep. Man, Spectre Lance is so good. Alright, what do we have here? Golden Rune 11, 8, and Somber Smithing Stone 5. And nothing... Yep. Even visible collision, so nothing back there. Alright, there should be a path somewhere to go a level higher, right? Like, I'm kind of wondering if they try and trick people into, like, oh, you can totally enter the dungeon, but, like, maybe the way that we took to get in was actually the proper way to get, like, to the boss? Because in this more standard route, I'm not seeing a way to the higher area. Although, Okay, so I'm trying to retrace steps here. So we came from that building. The ramparts, though, basically connected... Which I think that's where we saw the golden fog door? No. Yes. No, kind of? No, okay, that's the other side of where we saw the golden fog door. But okay, so this really just seems to be a dead end. That's basically the building that we kind of, like, eventually wrapped our way down into. With how big the place is, really wish I could summon Torrent, but I get why we can't. But yes, we've been down there. Either that or it's a very, very identical looking, like, area, but I don't think that's the case. Just trying to look at the buildings to see if there's maybe a different way to connect over. Oh, actually, okay, I think I get it. So yeah, someone came in the proper way, quote-unquote. They would have gone down below, via where the Crucible Knight guy was, go around the sewer, and then take that path near the dragon that we discovered, go upwards, across the ramparts, and then access all the rest. Okay. So I think, yeah, I think we've looted pretty much most of the capital here. Like, basically, these are the two avenues that we did that one time that we came down from the ramparts. This is a little area that we did when we first kind of entered in from this direction. There's basically the route up to the boss fight itself. Huh. Ah, yes, that's basically we can turn off this thing. I was like, what marker like is that? But that was a puzzle of only regression can show the path. This is the Crucible Knight. That was a giant worm. These are the guys we fought in the back alley. This is also basically the way that we came in over. We went from there, went across. I think. Yeah, came in there, went across, and then like popped out around here. The only place I can kind of see as suspicious is these houses up here. But okay, so let's go back to the... Yeah, I think the West Capitol Rampart. Like we should be good to fight Morgott pretty briefly here. Assuming he's beyond that one golden fog door that I saw. Which, not a guarantee, but I feel like it's a safe bet. And this is where we defeated the gargoyle way back when. Actually, while we go this way, we could totally just check in on Gold Mask. See if anything's happened there. Kind of doubt it, but we don't have many reasons to come over here usually. I don't know if I'm going to be able to tiptoe my way into a back attack here or not. There we go. Cool. Glad his friend didn't interfere. Duelist Great Axe. And then yeah, we'll take down his friend too. Alright, how's Goldmask doing? Alright, he's still there. Oh, this time he's T-posing. Normally I thought he's like upside down L posing. But actually, we should go ahead and throw a Bestial Vitality on. Alright, what up you two?
Ah, you appear to be doing well. Very good. Well then, would you like to learn an incantation?
Alright. Did he learn anything new that we can learn? Seemingly not. Oh. I somehow missed this before. Alright, Smithing Stone 5. Take that. How you doing? Yep, that seems about right.
Further study of Indeed, I apply.
Alright, so both of them are doing good. But before we teleport anywhere, gotta make sure that we grab the thing that we saw from a distance that was connected to the Colosseum area here. So it should be if we go down the path and not across the route. So we just keep on going all the way down. Like there should be a destroyed bridge connecting somewhere. Where was it? Went over here? Ah, there we go. Oh, how do I get down there? Like I see like little ladder type stuff, but okay. I have to take the routes. It's like I'd rather not, because that's a lot of chaff in the way to kill to get down there. But I'm pretty certain it's a fatal fall if we don't. Alright, I think it's time to bust out the Spectral Lance again. Oh yeah, we should also turn on Lantern. Alright, up over here. Alright. I do wonder maybe I should just have stabbed him directly in the back, but oh well. Forgot they can cure themselves like that. Guardian grieves. I'm kind of hoping some of those guys on the far left are going to accidentally jump to their death. That'd be very convenient. Okay, they seem to be calming down, so I don't think we need to kill them. Hopefully. Can't fully tell which way that guy is facing, but I think we're good. And excellent. Alright, bust out our frenzy spear. Yep, don't need to fight you, tiny little flowers. I think these guys are just basic Miranda flowers. I was just kind of hoping on poking one to see if we can't get confirmation if it dropped, like, you know, whatever powder. Alright, smithing stone 6. Okay, yeah, the only last mystery is those houses that are above, but, like, above where we were before, but below where we can get to. Like, is there maybe any drop down we can do? Ooh, actually, I think I might know how to get there. Okay. Back up we go. Gonna ignore that guardian dude. Alright, up over here. Okay. This way. Very easy to get a bit disoriented here. Yep, and then... yeah, okay, this way. That guy's a dead body. Oh, okay. I guess basically... I thought these guys connected over, but in hindsight, I fell for that before. So, alright, we're gonna go back to the Erdtree Sanctuary, head outwards, and drop down to where the regression thing was, because I think along that path is probably the upper houses. I do wonder, are we able to level up yet? Nope. We're almost there, though. Might be worth busting open a ruin just to do that. Or not, you know. I think it should be okay. Famous last words, I know, but worst comes to worst, we can always bust open these ruins as well to just purely level up. Well, that is what I'm kind of delaying on doing right now. Alright, maybe this is foolish of me. Alright, I'll level up here real quick. If my excuse for not leveling up is I can do it later, but much more expensively, probably better to just do it now. Alright. We need... about 6,000 more. We should be okay with, like, just at 6,000. Alright, where are our golden ruins at here? Okay, 2 of these. Alright, level up. Excellent. More health. There we go. Now if we die, it is much more safe. As I like to say, the one big lesson of all these games, generally speaking, is always cash out when you can. Because that is pretty much the only actual progress. Okay, so I jump over here, if I recall my path correctly. And then down here. Down. Down. There we go. I same little dialogue thing from before. Yep, Radagon is America. Yeah, the other guy's probably activated. Yep. Waiting for that opening. Perfumer robe. Ooh. Robe of archery, capital perfumer. The thick front apron embroidered with a depiction of the archery is proof of mastery of the apothecarical arts, and its weight symbolizes the onus of both pride and responsibility. It's interesting that it seems to have a hat built into it, though. I assume it doesn't stop you from wearing a helm still. Ooh. Didn't. Whoop. Go. And then knock over. There we go. Whew. Now I'm actually quite glad that I bothered to level when I had the chance, because that could have easily gone either way. Alright, you know, golden, invisible dude. Barrier of Gold. Greatly increases magic damage negation for self and allies. One of the incantations of archery worship greatly increases magic damage negation for caster and nearby allies. This incantation was used by the champions of the archery in the First and Second Lunarian Wars, during which the red-haired Radagon joined the heroes' ranks. Which, Radagon is America, so that's basically when America decided to go become a hero, seemingly. Again, I'm not completely convinced of that, given that we encountered that dialogue of America talking to Radagon in the Queen's Bedchamber via our maiden. But I am kind of wondering with the whole thing being like archery and, you know, potentially like plant-based life forms, that maybe America's capable of like asexual reproduction, like a mushroom? Although I've been playing a lot of Yoshi and the Mysterious Book lately, so maybe I just have, like, zoology on the brain. Okay, we've already been down there. And I think this is the only area we couldn't gain access to previously. So yeah, we should be good to go ahead and go back to the Queen's Bedchamber. Alright, we're still good on time. Like, we're about to hit basic time, but like, I think we could probably squeeze in a bit more to just kind of finish things off here with Morgott. And this is basically the place we came from. I just want to take a quick peek to make sure I had not missed anything, but I don't think I did. Then I assume no option somehow to talk to our maiden after she's left? Nope. Alright. There we saw that golden fog door way back before. I kind of wonder if any other secrets here, though. I do like how Queen Margaret has all this bedside reading here. All these tablets. I think there'd be a secret here. But the fact that they actually like let you parkour on these tablets, but it might just be that you can, and they figure why not allow it. Well, actually, I kind of wonder if maybe secret. All right, switch. Where's doze off? Dozing cross-legged. Do we have like a regular dozing? There's rest. And Looking for a basic dosing. Okay, so we have rest. Alright, nothing there. But sitting sideways. Basically, that good old, what is it, Guinevere or whatever, Dark Souls 1. As they come in, she's just kind of chilling. So I'm pretty certain when I looked up lore after the fact, it's like, I think that wasn't her, it was actually Gwendolyn. It's hard to keep track of who's who in those games sometimes. I'm always a bit sad I didn't dispel the illusion in Onder Londo, but yeah, well. Our story is our own. For all the good and all the ill. Oh, I thought this was like on the Erd Tree itself, but no, it's actually going to like a little arena fight area. Oh. Hey, Melina. Okay, this is our maiden, not the girl with the prosthetic arm that we gave. Who's like Milena. Which, I mean, I'm guessing between Milena, Maquella, Melania, Marika, like, I think all these M's, both gods and non-gods alike, are somehow all related to each other. That's my current theory. Alright, summon her, and, Black Knife could be good. Elena summoned as a cooperator. And I think she's missing an eye, the other one's missing an arm.
Graceless, tarnished. What is thy business with these thrones? Godric the Golden. The twin prodigies, Mikola and Melania. General Radahn. Praetor Rykard. Luna Princess Rani. Willful traitors, all. Thy kind are all of a piece. Pillagers, emboldened by the flame of ambition. Have it writ upon thy meager grave. Felled by King Morgott, last of all kings.
Kinda glad to confirm that he's also an omen, so all the M folk we fought so far are omens. About to eat it. Timing was a bit off there. Midway phase change. have it in the bag. I do kind of like that little mini Erd Tree spell. Morgott's Great Ruin, and Remembrance of the Omen King. Alright, I definitely want to avoid going any deeper here. And because I don't want to accidentally, like, end the game, there's a lot more stuff to do. I'm still guessing, like, in my head, Erd Tree equals Hyrule Castle from Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom. It is the place to go to end the game, so I was a bit concerned that Morgott was inside the tree, but it's not. Alright, so Morgott's Great Rune, the Great Rune of the Shardbearer Morgott, devoid of any benediction. Seek the Divine Tower of East Altus, which stands beyond the Great Bridge from Lendil's eastern ward. And Remembrance of Morgott, the Omen King, hewn into the Erd Tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the Finger Reader. Alternatively, it can be used to gain a great bounty of ruins. Though born one of the graceless Omen, Morgott took it upon himself to become the Erd Tree's protector. He loved not in return, for he was never loved, but nevertheless loved it he did. I've never actually read the Duelist Great Axe. Great Axe designed for gladiatorial combat, used by duelists who were exiled from the Colosseum. A weapon reserved for the duelist champions. The charge attack is particularly ferocious. Skill Endure. Alright. Oh. Okay. Wait. So we can't teleport out. We can't walk out, so I'm kind of wondering, is the fight not over? Like, if I go forward, is it going to be like an actual phase 2? Similar to Renala, of like, beat her up and then go into like the little thing? We have runes, though. Alright, turn on the lantern. And the game is pushing us into the Erd Tree, but hopefully it's not going to try and end itself. I'd imagine not, but I don't know for sure. Touch Wall of Thorns. Impenetrable thorns refuse all. None may enter the Erd Tree. Alright. Oh, here we go. I wonder if we can talk to the Armaiden here. Lost Grace discovered. Okay, not seeing any NPCs spawning.
Hello again, old friend. Allow me a moment to converse with you. You are unable to enter the Erd Tree, no? Prevented by the mantle of barbs. The thorns are impenetrable, a husk of the Erd Tree's being that spurns all that exists without. The only way to stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord is to pass the thorns. My purpose serves to aid in that very act. So I'd like you to undertake a new journey with me to the Flame of Ruin, far above the clouds, upon the snowy mountaintops of the giants. Then I can set the Erd Tree aflame and guide you down the path to becoming Elden Lord.
Rolled medallion. A red mark was made on the map. Dr. Melena.
I wish to journey with you once more to the Flame of Ruin, far above the clouds, upon the snowy mountaintops of the giants. Then I can set the Erd Tree aflame and guide you down the path to becoming Elden Lord. I wish to journey to
Okay, so I'll repeat dialogue. Alright. Terms are acceptable.
Shall I turn your runes to strength? Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment, share them with me.
Ooh, actually do have a level up.
Your thoughts,
Excellent.
your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
Trying to think if she has any, like... If we use any of the other menus, she doesn't talk, right? We only have the, like, one other one activated. Although I think two, because Renalis supposedly comes pre-activated. Sort chest. You know, she bothered opening this, but... And I don't think we're going to use it, but still. Sorting the chest. With this menu, you can place items that you're carrying into the chest for storage, or take stored items out of the chest. If you're already carrying the maximum number of items and you pick up a new item, it'll be stored in the chest automatically. Alright, she doesn't seem to have anything else to add. I totally forgot that my flask this day and age access the... down it before a boss fight if we want to avoid losing our runes. I need to remember that. I'm bad at remembering some stuff, but okay. And then if I should first make sure... Do like also the throne reappeared here. Ooh. Morgott, is that you? You have no horns anymore.
Tarnished. Not but a fool. The Erd Tree wards off all who deign approach. We are all forsaken. None may claim the title of Elden Lord. Thy deeds shall be met with failure, just as I.
Okay, and now he's dead. I'm tempted to poke at his body, but oh. No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't. Yeah, we'll not desecrate for right now. But alright, let's see here. Oh yeah. In my head, I'm still like, I need to use the flame to teleport. I do not need to do such a thing. Oh wait. Okay, so there we are, the rolled route. Yep, and there's the Grand Lift of Rolled. Okay. There's my last target. Volcano Manor request, Juno Huslo. So the fact she gave us this operates Grand Lift of Roll, that kind of implies we could have maybe got there without going through Morgott? Or maybe just like without her assistance. Conjoin split medallions depicting the Flame Peak. Brandishing the medallion activates Grand Lift of Roll, connecting Glendale to the mountaintops of the Giants. The Forge of the Flame of Ruin is said to have been found upon their peaks, and it is here Melina wishes to travel in resuming your journey together. Alright. A few things here. First, I think that is where we activate... Like, we need to activate basically both Mogh's Ruin and Morgott's Ruin. So if we go back to the Divine Bridge... I think basically these two, each of them, so we might as well activate these ruins. So yeah, if we go over here... These tend to be pretty quick, so I figure might as well activate them right now. And then we'll go back to the Round Table Hold to see what the remembrances offer for both Mohg and Morgott. And then, as a tiny finale, maybe I shouldn't do it, but I do want to. We're gonna go beneath the capital again, and see if by defeating Morgott, if that giant seal over where we thought the Three Fingers isn't lifted. Can I finally be let in the club? Oh, tightly blocked, alright. Not what I expected. Hold on. Alright, seek the Divine Tower of East Altist. This is the isolated Divine Tower. Out the West Tower. Okay, so we went east for Morgott's ruin, but for Mogg's ruin, we got our key items, right? Here we are. Oh. So both Mohg and Morgott are the Divine Tower of East Althist. Then who? Oh, I wonder if west is Rykard. Also doesn't answer though. Who's this? Maybe Ronnie? Because we know that basically the Round Table still has her ruin. But okay, so we can't activate those. Alright, those guys are still chilling. Wait, no, where's my set of race? Round Table. I'm a bit curious if good old Gideon has anything to say. Where should I go?
If you're heading to the Forge of the Flame of Ruin, in the snowy mountaintops of the Giants, you'll need to find the Grand Lift of Rold, beyond the Forbidden Region. Or go if you would. Take no heed of cardinal sin. The Two Fingers lost their purpose a long, long time ago.
Okay. Then, a bit curious if anything spawned where the Dung Eater was. Seemingly. And then we should see what these remembrances get cashed into. Because we didn't check with Mohg too, but I imagine that Mogg's like giant trident that reminds me of like Ganon from the days of old. Pig Ganon with his trident. Like, kind of had that vibe.
Well, you managed to return. You know what this means. The Earth Tree has spurned you. The fingers remain still, shaken by this turn of events. They are busy consulting the greater will. When they are finished, the fingers will again offer their guidance. But thousands, if not tens of thousands, of moons must first pass. No matter for me, but you. How will you ever manage the weight? My, oh my.
I want to burn the impenetrable thorns. Well, first we'll check to see what the remembrances give us here. Alright, so for the Bloodlord, Mogwin's Sacred Spear, with 24 strength and 27 arcane. Trident of Mohg, Lord of Blood, a sacred spear that will come to symbolize his dynasty. As well as serving as a weapon, it is an instrument of communion with an outer god who bestows power upon accursed blood. The Mother of Truth desires a wound. Unique... my throat! Hold on. There we are. Wait, I think... There we are. Oh, hold on again. Alright. Should have my voice back to normal here. Unique skill. Blood Boon Ritual. Raise the sacred spear and pierce the body of the formless mother. Stab up to 3 times, creating explosions of blood with each thrust. This skill will coat the armament with blood flame for a while. Okay, so it's kind of like what he did during his transition. And again, the formless mother and outer god. Again, very Bloodborne stuff with all that. And then Blood Boon, sacred incantation of Mohg, Lord of Blood. Thrust arm into body of the formless mother, then scatter blood flame to set the area ablaze. This incantation can be cast while in motion. The Mother of Truth craves wounds. When Mohg stood before her, deep underground, his accursed blood erupted with fire, and he was besotted with defilement that he was born into. 17 arcane, kinda figured. So, neither of those are usable. Kinda getting used to that being a factor here. And then for Remembrance of the Omen King, Morgott's Curse Sword, 35 dex and 17 arcane. Warp Blade of Shifting Hue, used by Morgott the Omen King. The accursed blood that Morgott recanted and sealed away reformed into his blade, or into this blade. Unique skill, Cursed Moon Slice. Brace, then charge forward to deliver a downward diagonal slice. The bloody trail of the blade is followed by a burst of flame. Additional input allows for a follow-up attack. And the Regal Omen Bairn, doll of a curse-born baron from the Erdtree's royal line. Uses FP to unleash many wraiths that chase down foes. Omen babies born of royalty do not have their horns excised, but instead are kept underground, unbeknownst to anyone, imprisoned for eternity. These memorial fetishes are fashioned in secret. Interesting. And could be useful. Though I do find the items that do spells kind of weird that it's not just a spell. It does scale off faith though, so it should be pretty good damage for us. I'll have to think about that. I want to burn the impenetrable thorns.
Heavens forbid. That is not the domain of mere men. The burning of the Erdtree is the first cardinal sin. And you say you seek the power of the Rune of Death too? The Rune of Death goes by two names. The other is Destined Death. The forbidden shadow plucked from the Golden Order upon its creation. Unleashing the rune now would be unthinkable. The fingers would never permit it. Nor would the greater will. But here we are. The fingers dormant, severing our link to the greater will. The realm and all life in ruins. Impossible events transpire beyond the ken of the fingers. Who is to say that the cardinal sin must be cardinal forever? Go on. Finish the job. Take the course you deem most worthy.
Interesting. How to burn thorns.
You must find kindling. Only the smoldering flame in the great forge of the giants on the highest peak in the lands between can burn the Erdtree. But special kindling is required to reignite the flame. For the flame to burn the Erdtree, a sacrifice is needed. Of one who envisions the flame and can lead you to the Rune of Death.
Okay. Rather than assume repeat dialogue.
You must find
Yeah.
for the and can lead.
Alright. Do we have any new equipment of the champions? Not. Oh, Lord of Blood stuff. Attire of Mohg, Lord of Blood, embroidered with an extravagant gold emblem on black cloth. The dress of a luminary, the reigning lord and hierarch of the coming dynasty of Mohgwyn, or perhaps of a raving lunatic. Okay, this looks like there's no helm. Oh, we also have a felt omen cloak, though, for Morgott. A cloak of ragged fur worn upon the exposed body of Morgott, the fell omen. Having slaughtered countless champions during the Shattering, the fell omen has become a horror to those who harbor ambitions for the Erdtree or for lordship. Okay, so it seems to be only clothes that we get for the omen dudes. I assume these are like repeatable purchases. Yeah, we have 20 of the Radon spears. I'm a bit curious how this how the armor compares here to our current stuff. 8.1 and 5.1.
Now go let the work.
Alright, it'd be a lighter armor, but not by a whole lot. It would look pretty cool too. Oh. They're like arced completely up. Alright, let's go check in with the other three here in the round table. And
Greetings. Are you here for spirit tuning? The voices of the tormented spirits are silent again, but it isn't like last time. I'm almost certain the spirits have escaped their confinement. Did you have anything to do with it, I wonder?
So did I accidentally kill him, or did I do what he wanted me to do?
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your arm.
I'm getting strong vibes back to Sekiro. I'm just like, oops, I misinterpreted what we were supposed to have done for the assignment. I could push the castets further. I feel like Godslayer Seal is probably better to do once we kind of get it past 17. I have to think about that. And how you doing with your smell of the storm?
In this ash.
Yeah.
It reminds me of...
Although, her saying that, now that we killed Morgott, he was blocking a lot of stuff. We go back to Kenneth Height. He's been looking for a new Lord of Limgrave, and I'm like, storms, Limgrave, maybe the bird can be king. Let's see here. Go over here. Trying to be a bit somewhat expedient here, since we do still want to check out the Three Fingers real quick. Thank you. Actually. Alright, we're in the stone. Alright. All the small fry taken care of. Alright, Kenneth Height, do you care that Morgott's dead?
I must begin my search post-haste for a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave.
He does not. And my bug boy is not a proper lineage something something something. Alright. The main reason I'm kind of debating here real quick. Alright, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go back to the Table of Lost Grace. What I'm going to do, we're going to bust open some ruins to buy the stuff. Because I'm slightly concerned that if I join the Three Fingers, I might get kind of kicked out of the club, as it were. And I was concerned about that with Volcano Manor as well, and that wasn't the case, but I don't know if the Three Fingers and the Two Fingers get along. I'm trying to remember how much in total everything was. Alright. So if we wanted to get the Regal Omen Baron, which I think we do since the other one is like not remotely usable, and this one at least is usable. So 5,000, 20,000. Okay, so 40 some thousand. Yes, I'm doing math in my head, and that's never a good thing. Yeah, 37,000. Okay. Alright, so 37. I'd rather not use any more than we have to, so we're going to try and get this number correct here. Okay, that's too many. This one should be just enough, because we have 2,000 right now. Let's see if I did math correct. Alright, so Regal Omen Baron, and then Lord of Blood's Robe, and then Fell Omen Cloak. Cool. I'm a bit curious here. How do I look with these? Okay, that's different humanish armor for like Dung Eater. Here we go. That looks so fancy. I'm also a bit curious here. Show off the chest. Although whenever you can kind of like always see the body, it's always like so malnutritioned. I do kind of like it though. But I'm curious how it compares to our... Where is the Land of Reeds? I should have tried to be better at remembering the name of the other armor. Not Briar Armor. This Hermit. No, Eccentric. Here we are. Alright, Eccentric. How do you compare? Okay, so we gain more, like, physical damage. We lose it on magic, which is what I kind of expected, but alright, we're going from 12... Ooh, it's like half. Now let's see real quick. Back to eccentric, and then looking at the blood one. Okay. Man, the eccentric's armor in general, though, is pretty good. I'm now kind of curious, like, what armors are just straight up better? Cuckoo Knight's actually just almost a complete upgrade. Although we lose out on robustness. Not by a whole lot, though. I don't want to wear the Cuckoo armor. It's like, it doesn't look cool. Part of it, you know, it's all part of glam sometimes. Ooh, very heavy armor. But okay. I'll do all that pondering later here. Because we do have... Yeah, alright. Like, we're still good on time. Having gone over on time, like, we're not over by a lot. But okay, so if we go at Forsaken Depths. I'm hoping I don't accidentally end the game by doing this too, but... Wait. Wasn't there a church here before? Ah, here we go, okay. I forgot about another layer here, I guess. Oh. A Cathedral of the Forsaken, that's probably what I wanted. Okay. Time for me to see what it is I might get involved with here. I've been searching for this for a long time now, and watch me be horrified by the answer, but that's part of the fun. All these merchants gone crazy. Yellow Ember. Oh yeah, I wonder if, Wait, is this a dungeon? The clicking sound throws me off a bit. I should have stabbed him, but wasn't certain if friend or not. But I might be able to get some more frenzy stuff. I still keep hoping for, you know, we should probably just teleport over to the Cathedral of the Forsaken. I keep hoping basically we get some more frenzy spells. I like my eye beams, and Yell's kind of okay at times for drawing attention. But the basic one we haven't really used in a long time because eye beams just seem superior to it, even though it's more of like a splash damage thing. But I would like to get... Pay you back for what you did to me. But I'd like to get basically a bit more utility stuff. Okay, Grace Mimic. I do love how crowded the place is with, like, bodies. Very cool. I also do wonder if the sound we're hearing is going to be a merchant or not. What the? Why item if can't get item? I wonder if all this is an illusion, maybe? And it will, like, kind of shatter if we go further? Double checking. Yep, an ember taken from the eye socket of a corpse. Okay, yeah, that's basically those grapes. Oh yeah, we haven't come across our three-finger maiden in a while. I do like the just gentle violin playing. Okay, we're gonna have to drop down onto a plank. Frenzied Cookbook 2. A recording of crafting techniques left by those afflicted by madness or the flames of frenzy. Contains techniques discovered in desperation. Acquired the knowledge to craft the following item. Frenzy Flame Stone. Alright, more yellow ember. Hefty beast bones. Oh, hello. Friend? Well, I enjoy his playing, so he gets to live. Okay, drop here. This is gonna be a fun. Data. Whew, okay. Huh? Alright, I only have 1,000 runes, so... Oh, yeah, well, we still go down. Because I see treasure on a coffin down below. Oof, 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 oof. Okay. Oof, 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 oof. Alright. Alright, from the top. Of all the ways for the three fingers to test my faith, has to be falling. The one thing... Alright, one of the many things I'm bad at. Alright, down... Okay, yeah, that's basically that one. Alright, then down here. Okay, and then over here. And we're gonna be forsaking those ruins. Yeah, this might hurt a bit, but should be... Nope, 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 dang. Famous last words. Should be survivable. I tried hugging the wall in hopes it would kind of bump me in the right direction, but alas, no such luck. And technically the only runes that we lost were runes that we gained in here, so it, you know, all balances out, because we came in here with only 200 runes. And again, at least they provide very nice ambiance here. Such a mournful but melancholic, nice relaxing, like you're coming home to a family house after a long, long time. What? Uh-oh, I didn't jump all the way. And we don't want to jump all the way down, it seems. Alright, back in. And thankfully it's relatively quick. But by the same token, it's so quick, I kind of wish like the Grace was just slightly closer to the pit. Ever so slightly. Good, good. Whew. I mean, not that there's any actual things here, but... Oh, oh, oh. Almost made it. Although, yeah, so it's like you can't fall all the way. I do wonder if there's maybe invisible platforms. Alright, try again. Dun, drop. And then... drop. Okay, good. Good. Good, even if barely. Inescapable frenzy. Yay! Incantation originating from the maddening Three Fingers causes a yellow flame of frenzy to blaze from caster's eyes. The caster then latches onto foes, spreading the madness. This incantation also causes buildup of madness in the caster and is only effective against tarnished. To gaze into one another's eyes is truly the most intimate form of human contact. Alright, 21 faith. Yeah. You're not playing any amusing instruments, so you can die. Fingerprint stone shield. A great stone shield with an intricately carved fingerprint design. One of the heaviest of all great shields. Part of the tomb of an ancient god. The readerless fingers relayed their message through these imprints, said to be the very seeds from which frenzy first sprouted. Shield bash. Alright, so... over 29 weight. Whew. They weren't kidding. Although it causes madness buildup. Interesting. And another thing we can't reach, but I'm hoping at the end of this journey that, the way is opened, as it were. You're not playing an instrument. I mean, that is death, right? I mean, there's no way that the Three Fingers isn't here. there's ample evidence to imply this is where the Three Fingers is. There appears to be something we're missing. Really wish I could get additional items here. I feel like at some point, probably like all the bodies will vanish and like those things will open up. Did I pass any way on the way down? have less than 1,000 ruins, so I could just try falling from the other direction, but... I wonder if we need to use the spell, like, on one of the guys? Make sure there's, like, nothing hidden inside the jar. Is there really still no way I can actually... Nope. It really feels like somewhere around here would be the quote-unquote way. I mean, just in case, we could try Morgott's shackles as well. Are you Morgott's shackles? Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Here we are. Alright, let's do a quick up and down here. Alright, we'll try falling from this thing. I assume it's going to be death, but you never know. But if it is, that's also okay. Oh, nice. Alright, lost grace discovered. Frenzied Flame Prescription. Treasure chest. Giant thing. Treasure chest. Giant thing. Well, there's a spot of grace. We're gonna go for the treasure. Who wouldn't go for the treasure? Though given themes of madness and whatnot, we're gonna make sure it's not a trap. Oh, Ruin Arc. Ooh. Ooh. Neat. Alright, let's see here. Hello, thing? Are you the Three Fingers? I don't see any fingers. I see giant lump of flesh. This is a door. Huh. Can't use the shackles. Nor can I attack. Okay. So I can't really, like, stab the door to try and open it. Interesting. I wonder if we need to guide our maiden here somehow? Even though we don't know really where she is. I mean, maybe our answer then is over this way. So it looks like this just connects down into the depths, though. Lost grace discovered. The route facing cliffs. I mean, could still be more frenzy up here. I can't tell if bushes or blood, but I think bushes. Alright, flying ants. Ooh, treasure. Gotta be a bit careful of the flying ants, though. Alright, smithing stone 6. I already missed the violin playing. Alright, deep root depths. Death? Did it die? I haven't gotten any ruins yet. Alright, drop down. Alright, thankfully did not fall to my untimely death there. I'm curious what, if any, goodies we will find. But at least all this kind of confirms that the very deepest part of Lendell sewers is not as high as the deep root depths. So it's kind of cool that they actually connect, though, given, like, one is the lowest point, one is the highest point underground. Oh, there we go. I finally got the ruins from, I assume, the other ant. Da-da-da-da. Alright. Fall. Then up. Wonder what treasure we'll find here. I'm getting the feeling it's probably going to be a smithing stone or something. Formic rock. Even less valuable, but whatever. Ooh, another treasure. Okay, so if we fall here... Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Yep, didn't make it. Why'd it have to be falling? Also, a bit curious that there was still thing there at the Frenzy Flame area. Like, I mean, the door is supposed to open, but yeah, maybe we need, our maiden lady to do that. I don't know where I would find her. Hopefully she's still making her way there. I mean, last time we saw her... Oh, actually, maybe she is still there and we can just tell her now, being like, okay, we found it. Go this way. Try again. No ruins yet. Dang it. There we go. Alright. Okay, though. Drop down. And this time, here we go. Excellent. Up, going to ruin A. You know what? That is more valuable than the 2,000 we lost by falling here. Whew. Okay. Every time, just do that falling feeling. Like a pit in the... Wait, not. Like a sunken feeling in the pit of your stomach. There we go. I was gonna say like a pit in the pit of your stomach. I'm like, wait, that makes no sense. Huh. How do I get over there? I mean, watch it be nothing valuable, but you never know. Whew. Alright, I wonder if there's like a way to kind of... Oh, hello. One down. Two down. Cool. Yeah, how does one get up there, though? We came from way over there, so... Oh, quite curious what that treasure could be. Oh, okay, we can actually summon Torrent here. Alright, alright. It's like, do I risk... I think it should be okay. Hopefully. Playing with fire. Oof. Okay. I'm not a fan of these high altitude maneuvers, but I want treasure. Ah, mistimed that second jump there. And I feel this is the way to get to it. I mean, I guess, you know, the other one would have been summoning Torrent on the other route, but... Uh-oh. But okay, so that's the grace we've already gotten before. Alright, you know, this is fine. Now that we know we can do Torrent to get access to double jump here, not too bad. But yeah, we should wrap things up once we kind of get all the way there, although we will do a quick peek to see if Maiden isn't around. Saw an ant over here. Ooh. Uh-oh. And as for you... Newman's Rune and a Rune Arc. Alright, not too bad. Okay, I think we proceed... Oof. Yeah, same as before. So, drop. Drop. Head this way, try and get a closer bit. We can stab that. Fall. It survives for a bit as it probably hits a branch and stops it falling, but then it will probably struggle for a bit before falling properly. There it goes. I think this is jumpable. There we go. But as for this branch, we're first going to go down it normally, since it kind of twists and turns. Alright. Phew. Okay, that's more ants over that way. Golden Rune 8. Not bad. Maybe not worth all the effort, but still. We're just gonna jump over this way. Good. Honestly, I thought the ants that were coming up the branch before were the ants that we were trying to hit there, but not punished. So good. Any crash you can walk away from, as it were. Now we can relatively silently kill these guys. not dead. Alright. Drop down. We should be reaching the end of this path here. Like, look to the left, look to the right, make sure no treasure. I'm a bit curious here. Although, actually, turn on lantern. I'm just kind of wondering if there might be treasure inside, like the end stump or something. There we go. Not seeing any treasure. Yeah, I'm curious when this gets low enough to safely connect. Oh, another treasure. Need to dangle over this little branch here. Oh, golden arrows. Don't mind if I do. Not that I use them, but still. Okay. Almost down to the ground level. It's like slowly, very slowly getting there. I assume this falls off? Yeah, okay. Should be okay. There we go. And then if I remember correctly, this will just connect back over here, and everything is normal. Yes, it is, because yeah, we've been down basically this branch before. Okay. So interesting how those two things connect. And this is the finger reader. Alright, so if we go back up above ground. Alright, last time we saw Our Lady was around here. Okay, Town Bridge. Boy, I really wonder where I should be right now. I mean, part of me is like, oh, maybe, you know, follow the frenzy, but she wasn't really near areas of frenzy previously. Yeah, I vaguely recall her over here vomiting her brains out, and then later on kind of coming to terms with everything. Yeah, that's still Jarburg. Yeah, maybe she's at the Frenzy Flame Town? But I get the feeling that we need to kind of like prompt her along her quest. That said, not really seeing her. Yeah, that's Merchant, Renala, more Merchant. I do kind of wish that the merchants had their own special symbol to kind of indicate merchant rather than person. Let's see. Did our boy go on his adventure yet? Boy?
A tale of house Oslo, told in blood.
Wakey wakey. He's dreaming of being someone who wasn't very good at his job. Alright. And then looks like the jars are still shattered. Wanted to check in with EG here real quick. Especially since we're about to head to the mountains. Ooh. Whoa! EG, why are you burning with dark fire? Okay, so yeah, the assassins are not on his side. They were attacking Blade due to, like, being connected to Ronnie. Iji's bell bearing and Iji's mirror helm. Helm fashioned from a crystal-looking glass, said to have never left War Counselor's Ichi's head, easily broken and weak against striking attacks, worn by those committed to high treason, it wards off interventions of the Greater Will and its vassal fingers. Iji was afraid, terrified of his own treachery. Interesting. Also kind of makes me wonder. We're gonna pop off the Godskin peeler real quick. Yeah, that was the Prelate Inferno one. Where was that torch we had that reveals hidden enemies? Yeah, here we go. I wonder if like any of the black fingers or black knives are still around. Not seeing them though. Also, real quick, we should talk to Malena.
Think not of the kindling. I shall see to that. All I ask of you is to make the journey to the snowy mountaintops of the giants, far above the clouds. I know I'm asking you to commit a cardinal sin, but it must be done to reach the path beyond, and that is the path I wish to travel. What is your mind?
Alright. No follow-up there. Yep, and no follow-up if we do that either. Alright, real quick, wanted to slot the, I do wonder, basically, like, this is way cheaper than Blessing of the Erd Tree, but if I had to only choose one, this one's probably the better one. It won't poison loss. Actually, Death Lightning could probably go. It hasn't really proven too useful, sadly. Even if it's the only one that we really have that has, like, death involved. Alright, where are you, my inescapable frenzy? There we go. And as for another spell... Boy, what would be good? I know it said that I should give the shooting stars another go, but the only problem with the shooting stars is they take up 2 slots. Huh. And just like last time, I have a hard time finding out where they are. Oh, here we are. Yeah, no, that's Blessing of the Erd Tree, Blessing's Boon, Wrath of Gold, Protection. Oh yeah, Shadowbait. I was kind of curious about Shadowbait. Ah, there we go. The Elden Stars. Yep, 2 slots. Alright, so for right now, we'll use the Shadowbait. Still sad to see Iji go. But okay, so essentially all of Riley's allies have been kind of systematically taken out now. Oh, actually, there's one ally that hasn't been. Kind of wondering now about Brenala. I can't imagine she would get attacked. Okay, she's still doing good. And our teacher is still a giant stone head. Alright, we're going to take a quick look near the Frenzy Flame outskirts for our maiden, but if can't find her, we'll go ahead and wrap things up here. We are over on time right now, so... I was just really hoping that finding the 3-finger area would have actually, like, pushed things a bit forward, but sadly, not seemingly the case. And these guys are still regular mad. I do kind of want to try this out, though. Does this work on these guys? It sadly does not. I forgot that's not really a weapon. There we go. Alright. We're gonna do 2 things here to wrap up. We're gonna try talking to Khalidi, since he's kind of the merchant leader, and we know now that there's a connection between the Three Fingers and merchants.
It's you again. Always a pleasure.
Huh, nothing. Nor any, like, suspicious item for purchase. Alright, now the last thing. Going back to the Frenzied Flame prescription, because maybe now the maiden, like, magically appears there. Okay, subterranean shunning ground. Yeah, not seeing anyone. Yeah, nor does this passageway open. How vexing. Quite vexing indeed. I guess we can just basically probably just log out here, though. Let's log out at Grace. Well, actually, maybe we get talking to here. Oh!
If you intend to claim the frenzied flame, I ask that you cease. It is not to be meddled with. It is chaos, devouring life and thought unending. However ruined this world has become, however mired in torment and despair, life endures. Births continue. There is beauty in that. Is there not? If you would become Lord, do not deny this notion. Please, leave the frenzied flame alone.
But what if I really want to try and meddle with it? Also, everything you said is pretty cool.
I ask you one more time. Please, seek not the frenzied flame. As one who strives to become a lord, deny not the lives, the new births of this world. Those who would are not fit to be called lord, when the land they preside over is lifeless.
I mean, girl, have you seen this world? This world's a bit much.
Please, put a stop to this madness. The Lord of Frenzied Flame is no lord at all, when the land they preside over is lifeless. Please, put a stop to this madness. The Lord of Frenzied Flame is no lord at all, when the land they preside over is lifeless.
Okay.
Please,
All
the
right,
Lord of when the land...
I'm just gonna walk over to the door to see maybe if it opens now. Where is our Godskin Peeler? Oh, there it is. Oh, nope. Wrong one. Will the door open now? Huh, nope. Doesn't open, nor is there an interact. Huh. I don't know why she was warning me if I can't even claim it to begin with. And all she's done is spurn my curiosity. Not spurn. Spar? No. Wait, a lover is spurned. I thought you could be, like, spurned onto something. I'm probably mixing up my words. Alright. A mystery for next time. Many things were done today, and we've now gone long, so let's go ahead and wrap things up here. I mean, I'm glad to have a new Frenzied Flame spell. I'm kind of curious how good it is against certain foes. For example, that one guy at the mausoleum in the DLC, I'm kind of curious if I can just grab him now and be like, hey, look into my eyes. Become frenzied. Because he is humanoidish, but he's a ghost, so I don't know if that counteracts the two. And yeah, it's interesting that she actually had special dialogue here. I kind of wonder... I was hoping that she would kind of give more, like, hey, heads up, if you want to get there, don't do this thing. Whatever you do, don't knock 3 times and make this gesture. Don't do it, like... But she didn't, so we don't really have any clues to open up the door. Although I wonder if maybe emoting at the door would do it, but... that experiment is for next time, so... yeah, I figure next time we'll see if we can't find a way to get to the Frenzied Flame, but we'll also try and make some progress to get up to the next Volcano Manor target, because we need to double back after we finish up the Volcano Manor questline and take out Praetor Rykard. So there's plenty of stuff on the to-do list, as it were. But alright, all that and more next time. So, until then, later.